Hello and welcome, guten Abend allerseits. Welcome to this short highlight video from today's double race event, Race Like a Champ, stage number 4. Now we are in the first race. We have two short races within 20 minutes. And the first race takes place in Yorkshire. The route is Queen's Highway. And we will have a total of 5.7 kilometers. Almost half of the distance is the lead-in. And we will get one power-up. And that's it. And in the description of the event was written that the power-ups are Arrow and Ghost. So, yes, not perfect, because I think the Ghost is even in such big fields quite useless normally, and the Arrow power-up is a very big advantage, so I wasn't that happy with only these two power-ups and only one chance to get it. And well, you see, we're quite a big bunch again, 118 riders. Some guys from my team, for example, you saw Julian Hensel on the right side. I think he is not wearing the Radfabrik jersey, but I'm not sure. We will see. And yes, you see in the mini-map that the field already starts to break because the pace is very high, 1 minute 20, and we have 1.2 kilometers. And yes, I try to stay in a good position near the front, not too much in the wind. Pulse is already quite high, 190. And yes, now I will make a short cut because nothing interesting will happen in the first climb, in this first lead-in lap. Okay, so we are now at the finish line, at the top of the small climb, and now you will see a very confusing situation. Remember what I said about the power-ups, and you can already see there is not only Ghost and Arrow. Yes, you can see my reaction. What the heck is going on? Let's take a sip of water. Yes, so something went completely wrong. We had the normal power-ups, like the van, the double draft, the Arrow helmet, and the feather, and you saw the plus for some XP points, which is of course the perfect power-up for this race. So I'm in a very, very good position now, without any power-up left. And yes, we are now in the downhill section, and I will make again a short cut, and then we will watch the last few hundred meters. 600 meters to go. It's still a very big bunch. Nobody attacked or tried to increase the pace. You can see that I'm now in the wind because the pace is so slow that I was swimming through the field to the front, even though I didn't push that hard. And yeah, now the last 400 meters. Everybody's using their power-ups. The feather is not very useful in this moment because the route becomes flatter. And after the left turn, it's uphill again. And I'm quite happy with my positioning and timing. And now I realize, okay, maybe I get the podium. Maybe I can take the win. And you can see it's perfect timing. I manage to come in front of the Danish rider. This was Sonny Damgaard from the team DZR, and the third place was taken by Rudi Nussbaumer. And then quick joining to the next event, and then it's time to suffer. And yes, you can see I already cutted the video and we're starting, and we are in Richmond. Cobbled climbs reverse, 9 kilometers. 3 climbs. The first 2 climbs are shorter but more punchier. Then we have a flat passage, and then another climb, not that steep, but a little bit longer, a little bit more than 1 kilometer, and then it's again flat, even though a little bit downhill on the last meters. And yes, the power-ups should be, give me a second, Feather, Ghost, and Steamroller. And I can already tell you that these weren't the power-ups. It's the same situation. There are the normal power-ups, so Arrow Helmet, Feather, the van, and nothing but just XP points. I want to show you the start because I'm already super tucking since a lot of seconds, and there are so many riders who are pushing. You can see 4-5 watts per kilogram, and they are wasting energy. You can see my move because I had some nice music and I was relaxing and everybody else was pedaling, so yes, time for some fun. It wasn't meant disrespectful, you know me. And yes, okay, so I can let the video run. I don't need a cut because we are already in the first climb in a few seconds. I know this route from the Tiny Race series, which takes place 2 times on this course, but not the whole course, but it finished before, but yes, and the pace was incredibly high in this Tiny Races, so that's what I was expecting, and I was a little bit surprised now that nobody was attacking and pushing and so on. So I said, okay, I'm riding with my pace, a high pace but not too high, so I can stay quite confident. You can see it in the colors in the middle, where is also my heart rate graph, that I keep the pace quite steady. You can see it in my face, it's very controlled, looking at the mini-map, what's happening, how many watts am I pushing, how many watts are the other guys pushing, and you can see that there's already a gap, which is, yeah, not good. So, yeah. But the good thing was that I could ride very steady, even though the gradient changed. It was steeper a little bit, then a little bit flatter. I could ride with a very steady pace. I think that was an advantage for me. Now is coming the female rider. I think it's Charlotte Corclo. Let me check. Yes, Charlotte Corclo from the Toyota Cyro team. And I was waiting to get in the draft because now it's steep downhill. Drafting is very important. And you see I got the double drafting power up. So I chose to keep this power up for the finish because, as I said in the beginning, finish line is flat, even a little bit downhill, so yeah. Maybe the Arrow helmet would be a little bit better if you want to win, but this power up is almost as good as the Arrow helmet, so I kept it. And once again, you can see the pace is very slow. There was Julian Hensel, J. Hen, on the right side from Germany. He is not wearing the Wattfabrik jersey. I don't know why. I have to ask him later. And it's once again myself in the front, but I don't want to make the pace again, so I put my elbow out and Now, I don't know how many riders are left. I think about 30 or 40 riders will be in the front group after the downhill. This is the last chance now, after the right turn, to grab a new power up. As I said, I keep my van, and now I will skip to the last 1 or 2 kilometers. So we are on the last 2 kilometers. We are, riding very slowly for such a short race. That wasn't very good for me. So of course it was good because I could save a lot of energy, but normally I'm a rider who can suffer a lot, and even if I'm almost at my limits, I'm able to push a lot of watts per kilogram in a sprint for some seconds. So I think the race would end better for me if the general pace were much higher. You can see how wide the field is. It's absolutely not stretched. And yes, on the left side, Julian Hensel. Remember the jersey and the yellow Tron bike for the sprint, because I can already tell you that the final sprint will be a little bit chaotic and very close. I try to slow down the video speed to a half on the last 100 meters. So yeah, on the right side from the Kirchmeier cycling team, Rudi Nussbaumer, also a very strong rider. Yes, it was a strong field, not a very, very strong field, but yeah, as I mentioned, some big names like Rudi or Julian or Matt from Wahoo team. Yes, so a top 10 position would be great. Normally I say to myself top 5, sometimes top 3 as my goal for the race. I'm not happy. Even if I win a race, there's always something I'm angry about. Like in the first race with the power up. But yeah. Okay, now I thought there was an attack with the arrow power up. I think this attack could have worked, but you can see he's slowing down again. So once again, I think stupid used power up. And yes, I'm very nervous. I'm motivated because I've won the first race, and then you think, oh wow, this would be pretty cool if I could take 2 wins in 20 minutes, and oof, wow, what was that? And yeah, so you will see a very mistimed sprint. Now everything is fine, but now we have over 200 meters to go, and now I am completely in the wind. Then I stop a little bit to pedaling because I want to let other riders to the front, but it's not working. So now the finish. I can tell you that Julian is winning. John will take the 2nd place, Matt the 3rd, and I'm taking the 4th place. It's very close. And yes, that's it. I'm very happy. A good team effort. Both races were won by Wattfabrik riders, so that's very nice. I wish everybody a nice evening. Ride on and see you soon.